The astrology of July is actually quite exciting for you, Capricorn, with the potential for relationships to go to the next level or become more established. Or maybe there's even this possibility of a creative collaboration that is very beneficial for you in the long run. This is all largely due to the fact that the Sun and Mercury are together in the sign of Cancer, your seventh house of partnerships and commitments, forming an opportunity or sextile with Jupiter in your fifth house of creativity and romance. We also have a full moon in your sign at the beginning of this month as well on the 3rd, and this is really just a celebration of your energy. It feels like a very nice peak. This full moon is actually very pleasantly aspected. There's not anything really harsh happening here. It just feels like a boost to your energy, which I love to see. We do also have quite a bit of focus on your investments and finances, especially as we get further into the month and when Venus goes retrograde in Leo. You could really be reconsidering how you are investing your energy or resources well into September, or at least into the beginning of September when Venus is going direct again. Finally, there could also be some implications for your career as well. Some of you might be looking to elevate your career or pursuing an entirely different vocation or role, particularly with the North Node entering into the sign of Aries on the 17th, which is actually the same day that we have a new moon in Cancer. So there could be something with a contract here, or again, a new relationship that is becoming established. Before we dive into this month's reading, I just want to thank all of you who support this channel and also reached out last month in support of my cat, Benny. He's actually doing a lot better, I'm very happy to say. So thank you so much for your prayers, words of encouragement, and your donations. I really, really appreciate all of it. My heart was just so touched during a really challenging time, so thank you so much. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. If you want to make sure that you're always up to date, definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you never miss out on what's in the cards for you. I do also just want to give my friendly reminder that I will never DM you or reach out to you in the comments to solicit my services. Anyone who does that is just an imposter, they're fake, they're trying to scam you, so please report and ignore them. And if you do want to book a reading for me, you can find all of my links in the description of this video, including links for personal readings, distance Reiki sessions, and my social media accounts. Getting to the tarot cards in just a moment, I did pull a couple of animal cards for you, just to kind of preface this reading. And very interestingly, Capricorn, I pulled the otter and the crow, and I actually pulled these same exact cards for Scorpio. So if you have any Scorpio placements, that might also be a really important reading for you as well. You may want to check that out. I do have a playlist that will show up at the end of this video, or you can just look on my channel. I do feel like with this otter energy, there is this celebration, there is this playful and again, creative energy. I feel like you're just really having a lot of fun. You're really enjoying yourself in the month of July, and it's leading to all sorts of beautiful opportunities and synchronicities with the crow. It's important to trust your intuition, and really pay attention to that inner voice and to speak truthfully, to speak to your truth. Especially with the full moon in your sign, there is this like reclamation of self, or this proclamation of self that you are making that feels very, very important. Of course, crows are also flock animals. So there might be something with community or something with like-minded people that's very, very important and beneficial for you as well. And you could be celebrating something with a group of people. Kind of feels like some witchy friends, or, you know, some people who are somehow considered different or unconventional. So very, very exciting here. I'm actually curious to see what we have for tarot for you. What are the tarot cards for Capricorn? Show us clearly, please. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of communication at the beginning of this month with the Page or Daughter of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, Page of Swords. There could be messages from a lot of people. I actually did get the Page of Pentacles as well, so there could be opportunities, there could be people you're learning something with, or skills that you are building this month. There's just a lot going on, honestly. And when I'm looking at this Page of Pentacles in specific, some of you might actually be dealing with some imposter syndrome at the beginning of the month. You might be doubting your capabilities, or if you're really able to do everything. But I feel like Capricorn, you're kind of just keeping up a pretty fast pace this month with the Otter. And that's actually kind of interesting because I feel like in general, July is actually a pretty slow month for a lot of people, especially as we get into the second half. And, you know, this is the earlier energy. Maybe things will change as we pull more cards, but it feels like at least at the start of July, things are happening really quickly, or they've been happening really quickly. And there's just been a lot of communication, a lot of learning. And you might feel overwhelmed or like you are doubting your ability to do something. But I feel like there are other people who are helping you with the crow as well, because it feels like you're learning something together. You know, even if there are other people around you who don't quite know what they're doing, it's like you're figuring something out together. You're not alone in this, or you don't have to be alone. We do have the Six of Cups as well. So some of you are reconnecting with something that's very important to you, or people that are very important to you. Again, that makes sense with Venus going retrograde this month. That's just kind of a theme collectively. There is also revisiting values and things that you hold dear. That could also be something that's really, really important as well. Or there's just a lot of healing that is happening for you. A lot of heart healing. What else do we have for Capricorn? Interesting. Whoops. Huh. Okay. So I just had a bunch of cards fall out, but I feel like I'm supposed to read all of these. So, interesting energy for you this month. We actually have the Hermit. Some of you could be connecting to a Virgo. Others of you are really just introspecting. And like, it's really funny, the way I'm reading this Hermit. I actually want to clarify this. The Hermit with the Hanged Man. Interesting. Yeah, it does feel like you're taking a pause. You're taking some time for yourself. Looking at things from a different perspective. It feels like it's really important to get in touch with your own motivations and your inner guidance system, Capricorn. And that's kind of the funny thing. I was saying, like, it feels like we're starting off this month on a very fast note, or things have been happening very quickly. And now, in July, there's actually this moment of slowing down. We also have a lot of Virgo and Pisces energy with these two cards, and I know astrologically there's some pretty significant things happening this month as well. We have Mars in Virgo, Mercury will be entering Virgo, and it's actually forming an opposition with Saturn in Pisces, specifically on the, I want to say it's the 19th through the 22nd. And what is that for you, Capricorn? There's a lot about perspective, and there could even be conflict over beliefs or over visions. Like you might be having different visions from other people. Or there's like, you're realizing there is a discrepancy with a creative vision. Interesting. And things do feel kind of confusing with the Seven of Cups. This is actually the challenge. So maybe the reason that the Hanged Man and the Hermit are coming up right now is like, you need to take some time to gain more perspective, to gain clarity. What is this about? What is this about? Why is the Hermit and the Hanged Man here? the High Priestess. Spirituality, your intuition. I feel like things have been happening so quickly, Capricorn, where it's like you actually do need to take some time to connect to your intuition this month. And while the 8th house can represent finances and investments, it really represents a whole slew of things that could be considered taboo. So talking about your investments, talking about your bank accounts is kind of a taboo, right? But so is sexuality, so is death, so is the occult. The 8th house is a scorpionic energy, so it's all of the things that we're kind of taught not to talk about. And so there could be this very deep occult exploration that is happening for you this month as well, and you're developing your intuition. Some of you are working with divination this month, or you are working with a diviner who is helping you sort through something that feels unclear or very abstract. And it's actually interesting because a clump of cards that I also pulled was the Moon with the Ace of Swords. And this also came out with the 3 of Pentacles, but this was separate from these 2 cards. And so it feels like you are seeing clarity, flashes of clarity in a confusing energy or a confused state or emotional state. And that could be involving other people, or there are other people who are helping you make these connections or see things more clearly with the 3 of Pentacles. And I was telling you that I don't feel like you're alone this month. I feel like you're exploring something that is mysterious or unknown or abstract, but there's other people who are doing this with you. Whether these are people you know physically or maybe even online. But it feels like there's some sort of community or some small group of you. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below what this is particularly, because this is a general reading, but it feels like you are unpacking something with a group of people. Where's all of this going for Capricorn? Okay. Interesting. So we have the Queen of Wands, or the Mother of Wands. And this is Aries energy, and, you know, I really just think of this as your 10th house, your career, your public image, the role you fill. And that is becoming very, very important with the North Node entering into Aries on the 17th. And it feels like keeping your magic close, clutching the things that are most important to you. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here for the future? 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. There is something really big happening in your career. And to be honest with you, Capricorn, I don't even know if this is coming to fruition in the month of July, but you are working towards something. You are building something that you are very, very passionate about, very, very excited about. And if this isn't your career, it's like a role that you fill. And that's actually something I'm hearing. There is a new role you are stepping into, where you are almost like a guide or a teacher for people. You're sharing your wisdom, you're sharing your resources, your experiences. There could be quite a bit of abundance in this for you, Capricorn. But that does not have to be material. Although we do have the King of Pentacles here. But it feels very stable. It feels like leadership. That's the word I'm looking for. It feels like leadership. And there is a lot that comes with that. Or like elderhood is another word that I really see here. There's a mentor role. And you are passing something along to other people. You have built something for yourself, and you are now sharing it with others. And that might be part of this investment as well. Some of you might be investing in maybe something like cryptocurrency, or doing some sort of investment that yields quite a bit for you, but I wouldn't necessarily rush that either. I think the moment of clarity would be when Mercury conjuncts Venus on the 27th. There might be a moment of clarity for you then around investments, around the occult, around whatever this thing that has been perplexing you. Are some of you learning about finance or investment? Is that what this is? You're planning for the future. That is for sure. And you are coming out of this brainstorming energy and you're becoming more practical with things. But it feels like the middle of the month is where you're in this sort of dreamy, intuitive place. And then by the end of the month, you have a more solid plan for your life. And it feels like there's other people involved here again. Please let me know in the comments down below what this is, because this feels like very specific. What is happening for Capricorn in relationships? What is happening in your relationships? Show us clearly. King of Cups. Ooh la la, we love to see him. King of Cups just represents someone who is very wise and emotionally whole. You know, this is someone who has a lot of composure, someone who's not reactive to their emotions. Some people could actually make the mistake of believing that this person is aloof, but there's actually a depth here. I feel like there is a very solid person, or you are a very solid person in your relationships this month, Capricorn. Either way, I feel like this bodes very well for your one-on-one connections or your intimate connections. We also have the Hierophant. Interesting. You know, in some contexts, this actually could be a marriage indicator or some sort of proposal. Or some sort of ceremony around a relationship. There could be a lot of it kind of thinking about traditions. What applies to you relative to your relationships? What works for you? I really feel like there is a very solid relationship that is forming for a lot of you, and that makes sense. We have the new moon in Cancer. We have a lot happening in Cancer this month where I feel like there's a very high potential for a relationship to become more established, or to even meet new people that will be very significant to you down the line. Anything else for relationships? Ace of Pentacles. Jesus, this really is like... This could literally be like a proposal of some kind. Because the Ace of Pentacles often does remind me of like a wedding ring. I've even seen that depicted in some tarot cards. It feels like you are investing in someone, and that also makes a lot of sense with all of the Leo energy. Like you could be investing in someone in a very financial or resource heavy way. Like you are actually sharing resources with someone, or you are planning a future together with someone in a very involved way. And that might be why you're learning about finance or learning about investment or learning skills to help with whatever you are building with this person. It feels like there's a lot of people involved. It feels like there's a lot of people around you this month, Capricorn. I'm actually curious. Are there any other messages for finance or career? I feel like we focused so much on that already. When it comes to relationships, you could be connecting to a Taurus energy. Could also be Scorpio, or maybe even Cancer or Pisces energy with the King of Cups. Tell us about finances. Some of you have felt stuck with the Eight of Swords. Like you haven't been able to move forward in your career, or you haven't been able to save as much money. You've kind of just been in the same place for a while, is what I'm getting. You felt stuck in your situation. And that might be why you're trying to think of a new way forward. Yeah, wow, okay, cool. The Empress, Ten of Cups, Four of Pentacles. So there is something about saving and, conserving energy with the Four of Pentacles here. There is some sort of gain, and you might be holding on to it. We do have the Empress here with the Ten of Cups, and that's very, very promising. There is a celebration here. I really do feel like you are getting out of a situation and actually becoming very, very abundant. I think it's a really good month to learn about investing, to learn about finance, if this isn't something you're already doing. Because it feels like there is this passion project that is becoming something more. Or you're able to invest more in the things that you love, or even the people that you love. And that might even be a very powerful point of manifestation for you. I'm getting the sense that for some of you, it's hard to manifest for yourself, but when you do something for a collective or for another person, you're able to manifest more easily. That usually indicates there is something going on in your heart chakra, there's something going on or with your solar plexus chakra, something about receiving or feeling good enough. Just kind of as an aside. But it feels like in this energy of trying to nurture and create something, fostering something for others, that is where you find the abundance. That is where you find the stability. And it might be emotional. It might be emotional abundance, just being honest. But I feel like you are figuring out how to invest in the things that you care about. You might be saving up for something. And it is helping you get out of this stuck energy or stagnant energy. Very, very interesting. Because you're not as stuck as you think you are, Capricorn. With the Eight of Swords, you've already gone through a transformation. You just have to spread your wings. You don't need to keep yourself in the cocoon forever. Interesting. Very interesting reading. I feel like this, honestly, there's a lot of unexpected things that came up in this reading, so there might be unexpected things happening in your life this month, Capricorn. But it feels like unexpected blessings. Anything else for Capricorn? Any final messages from Spirit? Wow. I called it. New moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. It's just like what I'm saying. You're manifesting for other people. You're trying to give something. You're trying to nurture something. You're watering seeds. And that new moon in Virgo in September could be really significant for you as well. We also have very, very encouraging energy here with the new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. There is some expansion that is happening for you. Very, very exciting. Yeah, you're manifesting something that's not just for you, Capricorn. You are also needing to release some things with the waning moon. That could be self-limiting beliefs. That could be pressure that you are putting on yourself. But yeah, this new moon in Virgo, this feels very direct to me. This is just what I was talking about. You are putting your energy and effort towards something. And it is going to pay off. Your hard work will pay off. You are going to be very, very lucky. There is like a lucky break that is happening for this group, and I'm really, really happy to see it. And it feels like it's helping you get out of a more stagnant or stuck energy. I feel like that's the thing you're releasing, to be honest. I feel like there's also something releasing around your childhood or, early conditioning in your life, particularly because we have the South Node entering into Libra. There are things you are releasing relative to your upbringing or home and family. Those are things that you are releasing, and it's almost like you're building a new family. And it feels like an unconventional family, a non-traditional family. Anyways, Capricorn, those are all the messages I have for you this month. Definitely a pretty wide gambit here. Would love to hear about what resonated for all of you. You can find all of my links in the description box down below for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions. And of course, you are always welcome to check out the other videos, maybe for your moon or rising sign, or even somebody else you could be watching for. There may be some messages in there for you as well. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Capricorn. I'm wishing you a very happy and blessed July.